goal is, so we start the tournament at 11, so 90 minutes from now. Try to get 2 winning runs in. No cope. Literally no cope. Everyday Italian, what's good? Love that Twitch name, by the way. Let's bring YouTube's in. YouTube, welcome in, you absolute pieces, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta get some pace. Now with Balatro in the mix, look, this just the chances of this getting 2024'd, why not us? Why not now? How about a nice easy victory? What are we looking for? You know what? Why not us? Don't be afraid to be randomly crate. Appian. Okay. Do we need to practice? Do you think we need to practice? I'll tell you what we need to practice. And I don't know if this is true or not, but it's from my wife, so I believe her. This weekend, you know, sometimes you need a little kick. You know, I'm not talking the Grandpa Joe kick. You know, what teenage that I got kick in the pants. I'm talking about, you know, like, it's like hour 17 of the weekend, and you're like, hey, I could use a little kick. Thanks to Ryan Gary, aka Northern Lion, I will now occasionally have a Diet Coke. And my wife's like, hey, let's swing through the McDonald's drive-thru and get a Diet Coke. No food, just a Diet Coke. And I say scapularicity. Why not us? And she orders hers. She goes, you know, I have a medium Diet Coke. I said, okay, I'll have a large with extra ice. And she looked at me like I slaughtered a skunk while eating a rotisserie chicken from Costco. And she's like, why did you do that? I said, because I like extra ice. And then she hit me with some knowledge. I don't know if this is true, but my wife doesn't lie. She said that Coca-Cola offers a specific formula of Diet Coke to McDonald's that is not supposed to be tampered with additional ice, and no one else can get it. Why, if that's true and if that's not true? That's true? The fountain formula is different. That's true? Oh. Why do you think it's, why do they do it different there? Who do they think they are? Catfish Hunter? They ship it in a higher quality package so it doesn't go bad. What about for everyone else? It just goes bad? It's true no matter what. Your wife's always right. You're not wrong, but that's just mind-blowing. It's like, why wouldn't they give the best quality Coca-Cola product to everyone? You know? But hey, you learn something new every day. Their CO2 machines are set up differently. Look, chat, I don't want this to go off in like a direction it doesn't need to. And this is not a flex, okay? But I'm gonna reveal some personal information to you. So growing up, I'm gonna put someone on blast.
They also cool all the lines for the syrup.
They also cool all the lines for the syrup. That chat, I don't want you to think any differently because it's not me, all right? But it's a true story. Let's finish lurking here. So growing up as a kid, like my dad, even still to this day, is an avid Pepsi drinker, like avid. Like I'm talking, you know, I don't know how many per day, but I'm talking a couple a day. Like couple a day. Like not just like every other day. I'm saying like my dad drinks a lot of Pepsi. And like he could sniff Coke from a mile. He could smell Coca-Cola from a mile away. And really, you know, prefers Pepsi. So anyways, as a kid, like he drank so much Pepsi, like it was just you know, we getting cases and stuff like that from the grocery store. And one day, this is a 100% true story. And like, you gotta understand, I grew up like normie, like middle America, like nothing crazy. Like you could touch the house next door. Like, you know, just pretty normal. One day my dad rolls into the house with a my dad rolls into the house with a Pepsi machine, not a can dispenser, but it was like a pop machine that you would see at like McDonald's, and it had 3 options, and I was like, is this real life? Like, what the heck is going on? Now, you should have seen my mom's face, had a different look on her face, but nonetheless. So growing up from the ages of like end of grade school up until high school, I had a pop machine in my house. Like there was a button for Sprite, a button for orange, and a button for Pepsi. But guess what? They all kicked out. Pepsi. And guess who really, like, it was novel for a minute, but like I didn't really drink it. So like, but you're like, oh, that's amazing. You would probably drink pop all the time. I didn't. I don't, you know, pop is, you know, to each their own. But what you don't, you're like, oh, that's Pog. Yeah, but what you don't get into is like, you could buy these cartridges that my dad would do, and it would like fill up the pop machine, you know, be like, oh, you can try a new flavor of the week. But what my dad did instead is he would go to these like bulk restaurant suppliers and buy like 40 to 80 pound boxes of Pepsi syrup, and that stuff would just be in the basement or the garage. And I'm like, man, I don't want to smell this. Like, that's what, hold on, this may be my dad calling. You don't want me to talk about the Pepsi machine anymore? All right. Anyways, it's a true story, but there was like, I don't know, maybe it just didn't do it for me. Like, it was very novel at first, but I think in the long run, I'd have to ask my dad. I think it was economically, I think it, because he drank so much Pepsi, I think it worked out. You know what I mean? I think it was actually like a cost savings, but you got to drink a lot of Pepsi to have that work out. You know, like nowadays people have the soda stream or whatever, bruh. And I could if I send you a picture, I could show you a picture of what the machine looked like, because it wasn't one of those ones where you put your cup in and it was like endless pogs. It was almost like a Keurig machine for Pepsi before Keurig machines were a thing. My dad have diabetes? No, that's like the strange thing. My dad is very, like, I would say thin, you know? Like, I'm sure he's probably like below whatever the average weight is. And I'm telling you, this dude drinks Pepsi more than water. I'm not even playing. You know? I guess, I don't know. I don't get it, but hey. Pepsi secret to long life. I mean, look, it's kind of one of those things where like, you don't think how bizarre it is till you say it out loud. But like, I mean, I'm just putting everyone on blast right now. Like, my mom doesn't drive on freeways. You know, I'm like, that doesn't sound bizarre until you say it out loud. Like, so if we have to go somewhere, if my mom has to go somewhere, it takes like 3 times as long. Because she doesn't drive on freeways. And I'm like, bro, it's the efficient usage of life force. You know, a guy who's the same way with Dr. Pepper. You're both in the military, finish a 5-mile run, and then pound a Dr. Pepper after. I'll tell you this, because I feel like there wasn't, in the late 90s, early 2000s, I feel like there wasn't any food health for kids or teenagers. And so like, and there was no education. So like, I remember going through football training camp as a freshman, and we'd run until our faces looked like tomatoes, doing down ups, like some kids would be throwing up without thinking. Every one of us would hop in one car, roll up to the local 7-Eleven, and get a monster gulp of pop. And you're like, do you know how counteractive that was? And yet no one knew anything about it. It was just like, yeah, just another day at the office. You know, but like, that was never taught to us that you shouldn't do that. But now it's like, if you open up Instagram or TikTok, it's like, hey, you can only eat meat, don't eat bread, you only eat this, or you can eat this or a little bit of this, but don't have any of that. You can have this, but if you want to maximize this and this, and it's like, oh, where were you in the late 90s, early 2000s? You threw up 16 times in one practice and smash a pop after. They're just food maxing? What is food maxing? I kind of like that. Food science has come a long way. I know, I feel like it was like technology. Like, food science is like the Pentium chip. Like, we had the Pentium in the late 90s, and that's how much food science we had. Now, hey, you want a Giga triple AMD 15 core? You got it. Yeah, it's just wild, you know? And that's why, like, when my kids will ask for candy all the time. I'm like, bro, I know if I give you this candy, you're not going to bed. Like, you've heard of restless leg syndromes? What about restless everything syndrome? If I give you that. And they don't understand, I'm like, you will one day. We'll take Epicac. All right. Sugar does not cause hyperactivity. Hey, you can believe whatever you want, buddy. You believe whatever you want. I go off of what I see. You can believe whatever you want. No judgment. I know, all I know is that if I had a can of normal Pepsi, you wouldn't recognize me. All right. How does our active work? How does our active work, chat? The War Against Drugs on YouTube says, do you ever think about Big Brother? I'm a huge fan. Not really. I did think about Big Brother yesterday though, because I'm watching the Netflix series called The Wrestlers, and I saw Jesse Godder's on it. An active item. Okay. Okay, we got to get pedestal items. I got you. Have I seen the Iron Claw yet? Wait. Your 3-year-old got some Skittles one day at school and was bouncing off the wall that night. I mean, look, maybe it doesn't cause it in adults, hyperactivity in adults, but it does something, man. Like, doesn't like sugar like give you like the jitters or something? Buy a passive item in the shop, you can suck it when it's above your head. Because that's the first time I've heard that. Does Bob the Duck work for Big Sugar? I mean, that would make sense. You just won your first Balatron? Congratulations. Yo, if look, look, the beauty about this place is that, at least I would say everyone likes to learn. Streamer likes to learn. So Bob the Duck, can you tell me? Sugar does not. I think like we may be talking about two different things. I'm not talking about ADHD or anything like that. I'm talking about like my man. So we don't want to suck this, right? There was a report years ago. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay, good. I don't think we want a horse with DDs here. Also, where are we taking this run? Oh, if you want to play along at home, Brainiac, sorry, you probably got to put this at the beginning. If you want to play along at home, Kate really won. Hate FX channel. Where do we want to take this run? Take it to Stan. We'll take it to Stan. Eatright.org. Paid for by Big Sugar. How do I feel about pirating movies and shows? Definitely not any port in the storm. I mean, look, my only thoughts on that are don't do it, because that's people's livelihood. But hey, if you had a scrambler box in the 80s to watch wrestling pay-per-views, I'm not gonna judge you. You know, do I pirate movies? No. Do I pirate shows? No. Do I watch stuff on YouTube? I do.
I appreciate your acquiescence.
J Felk tipped $5. Dan, after figuring out the gold chip on all Joker's level needed to pace Balatro, you should not try to pace Balatro.
Yo, J Felk, are you saying that we shouldn't pace? That means we're gonna triple down on pace. Why not us? Why not now? Here's something from the government, science.org. I may question science.org. Science.gov? To each their own. Why don't we could come up with sugar.org, but we can't come up with sugar.gov. I will say though, talking about pirating shows, Australia, the Australian showmakers have been cooking lately. You guys ever heard of a show called Bluey? Bro, that show just cooks. It's the rare crossover. If you're watching a kid's show, you're like, bro, this is it, man. This is an adult show too. There's a Bluey game on Game Pass. You've never heard of Bluey? Oh, bro, it's about a bunch of dogs, you know, who do human stuff. You know who would like it?
Ooh.
Apollo.
Dan +1.
Yo, Sklop, thanks for the 27 months. You saw the live Bluey stage show? Was it good? It's coming in Detroit. I saw that. Don't you ever. I know there's times when you think you shouldn't, and I'm gonna say don't. Oh, look at the size of that thing.
Holy.
Oh man, 58D. That's 58D. Saw this stage show your daughter was pogging? What age do you think it caps at? How old's your daughter? I might take my kids, but definitely not now that I said it on the internet. All right. You see the kids at Mickey Mouse World go nuts after eating sugar foods. I mean, look, to each their own. Double Widow? What is Double Trouble? Is that new? Since when? Since when can you get 2 bosses? Plus 1D? I don't think we slurped that. Live patch? No, that's plus 1D. We're not gonna slurp 1D. Peep OG. Peep OG. You don't need D? You can always use a little D. Has anyone ever participated in this community in a, like, what do they call that? Not a case study. Like, when people selling products do it. Rock tinted. Where they put everyone in a room and they're like split test or whatever. What is that stuff called? Focus. Has anyone participated in a product focus group? We already have one, so we want Synthansia. Recurse room. What was the product? Can you say what it was?
The world
is a vampire. You have? What was it for? No more wire hangers. We got to take it. You went to one for a bus company. Any plans for a meetup in LA? No, it's so quick. In and out. Brett, what did you have to do for the bus company? Mine was for the blue Pepsi. You know, here's my thing. I know we talk about Pepsi. You know what Pepsi needs to stop doing? And Pepsi, like, I'm rooting for you. Stop changing the logo. Why are they changing the logo every 6 days? Like, they could have been right there with Coke, but they keep changing the logo. Like, you could tell a Coke logo in a billion different languages because they never change. I don't understand that. Like, buddy, the logo's not going to make more people buy stuff. I don't understand. Like, you can go back to 1700 and you can see what a Coke logo looks like. They, in fact, could not have been right there with Coke. Why not? What is Pepsi, man? Slurp? Look, Pepsi had the inside track to get me as a consumer. Now the only way Pepsi's gonna get me now, because Ryan Gary has me Coca-Cola pilled, is if they do a sponsored deal. Like Pepsi had such an inside track, but they kept changing the logo. Why? Can anyone who's in marketing say why Pepsi keeps changing the logo? You're talking like an potentially iconic brand, but you can't recognize it in the store anymore. Where's our money? We need money. Because they're trying to gain more market share against Coke. Well, guess what, buddy? Changing your logo is not it. When you start sponsoring some streamers, that's how you start getting some market share back. Not biased. Yo. Hello? Pepsi. Yeah, you heard me talking about your logo, huh? Yeah, you do. No. Wait, I thought you were calling it for sponsored deal. No? Stop talking about our logo? Yeah, but what about the spot? Cease and desist. Yeah. All right, let's keep the run alive here.
The lovers.
Ain't no way they're calling on a light phone too. You know what I got to say about that?
Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy.
Do we know the origin? Do we have the origin clip of Get Ready to Learn Chinese? Because I think it's NBA related, right? Do we have it? I feel like we need to watch that. I've never seen it. What does that mean, though? It means you're not good enough to be in the NBA. So go play in like the NBA developmental league in China, I think. Shout out to Dan for talking to my boss and getting you promoted. No problem. Any update on Bill and his Angels? You know, ooh, we'll take Synthanzia tripled. Ace of Clubus. Any update on Bill and his Angels? Well, I haven't texted Bill from my new phone yet. So to do that, I would have to just text him from my old phone. Which is part of the challenge is allowed. I'm allowed to use my phone in the car. Well, not in the car, but well, for driving purposes, traveling purposes, and work purposes at the office. Can you even text on this thing? You're allowed to text and drive. Don't text and drive. Let me send him one. Too much to text. I go, last send him a text. Bill's Angel. Can I get an update? Where did you guys go on a date? Was it a positive experience? Moving forward, is she your girlfriend? Too much to text. Let me know when you're free to talk. 3 days later, free for a while this afternoon if you're around. It never responded. Yo, how's it going, my man? Question mark. Is it pretty serious? Or did she fly the coop? Question mark. My man. All right. Let's do this. I mean, things were going well. I don't know if he's only had one girlfriend, which oddly enough, I don't want to put his business on blast. She was from a reality TV show. I'm not going to tell you any more than that because you could maybe find out. I didn't know who she was. But como se dice, she broke his heart in Espanol. No, thank you. Can we slurp? We can slurp that. I would never tell Dan I was trying to date someone to save myself from those texts right there. J Falk, what do you mean save yourself? Like, I'm here as a resource. I'm here as a resource to help him. Help him not squeaks it. Nice shot, man. No one wants to tell the world about another failure. Here's the deal, though. That's how you learn. You learn from failure. You don't learn from winning all the time. Should we pump it? Yeah, look. I guarantee at least one person from the community has altered their date selection because of Bill and the stories we've shared. You know, like, I guarantee the percentage of coffee dates that have decreased since Bill opened up his life to the internet that he was not aware of. You know, he's helped a lot of people. Pogtagonist says, I will not go on coffee dates. That's what I'm talking about. Not a first date. You go on a coffee date before you get engaged. That's where you sit down and you talk about all the particulars, you know? Like, you ready to do this? Okay. Sounds like a business meeting? You'll learn one day, Murph. And before Murph's already married. All right. We need that for pace. Have you really? Are you really married, Murph? No, I didn't think so. I think you're doing 24-hour Balatro streams being married. I'm not saying it's not doable, but I've also never seen a tweet from you saying, hey, my wife brought me a sandwich unasked for. You know what I mean? Like, I figured it's not Giga BM. It's Giga RM, realism.
Cool.
Stake me.
Yo, Larry Garbage, thanks for the 52 months. You know, that's funny you say that. Not married yet? I'll tell you what, Balatro's getting you a lot closer. I already know. Balatro themed wedding. Not mad at you. The Empress. I do like the thing. They have a band lined up to play that horrible song all that. It's not a horrible song. I can't think of the song. How does the song go? I think that's Slurp City, Utah. We'll come back for that. It's horrible after 40 hours of exposure. I mean, Bearded Joe, what's your favorite band? Is this Mommy 1? This is Mommy 1. What's your favorite band? Not taking the bait. Okay, I was gonna actually... What I was gonna do was gonna cut the Isaac music, look for a piano cover, and play one of your favorite songs. But hey, that's... If you don't want a personal song dedicated to you in the middle of a pace run, it's completely your decision. One more, Daddy-O. See, that could have been your song. It could have been your song, but you opted not for it. That's okay, though. I'm not mad at you. All right, we got to go down. And while we're going down, we might as well go up. All right. It took you so long to realize that you want Isaac music? Unlock Dan mode song after platinum trophy. Ex Machima! Welcome. Thank you for the follow. V-Dan approves. All right, this is not a guaranteed win. What the heck was that? Why did he get us? No one else to get? Snack up. Speaking of snack up, I'm just gonna tell you this, and this will put a cap on it. Since going on a television show in the year 2024, the amount of little brother DMs I get were not part of the package. You know, like I had to look up what a snack was. Don't ever. Can we slurp the R key and keep R keying? All right. No. Man, tell me, chat. Look, I never asked for +2s. I'm not asking for a +2. I'm asking for plus truth. Who have you ever seen get more R keys than us? Yeah, I'll take a plus truth on that. That's good though, man. We'll take it. So now what's the plan here? Where's our Isaac aficionado, pace aficionados? We go to Mega Stand, then come back, and then go where? You get hit twice, just pump it. Go to stand, then R key it. Okay. Slurp the R key so you can keep the void. Is that what you get? You get bennies from it, right? Save, save. Keep the R key. I mean, we're keeping something. One. Two. Three. Four. Gotta be careful here. These slurps R key, it'll be used on accident. How can you make that statement? Hold on, we got this. Increased angel chance. Okay, so now we have 2 hearts. Take a Murray Wright fastball. Do you think there's been a MLB player named Murray Wright? There has to be. R key and do alt path. Do we have alt path unlocked? I don't think we do. Possibly. Should we go slurp the R key or no? Epicac, how about we just take a second? Epicac, Poly, and R key in one run? The question is, who do you think you are? I am. It keeps them on their feet. All right, we have full health. Let's go one more pull of the curse machine. I think what we do here is, I think we bring the R key with us, not against us. Move clubs. Here for a good time, not a long time. Duff dude, welcome in. Roll out the golden welcome mat. We'll pop one. Pop one. Now or ever. Don't. People, people, G. People, people, G. Look at that! They're Trix balls. Trix is the best child cereal, by the way. Skittles maker? They look like tricks to me. Uh-oh. Bad room. Oh, you thought it was over. We play 50-50 ball around here. You don't have... We play 50-50 ball. Come on now. Everything's fine. Now what do we do so we don't die? R key and get out? We have, what, half a heart right now, correct? Half a heart. Nah, let's do this. What's the solely on the map? We can void the R key. Void that. Most deserved ever incoming. How much health do we have? We got 2 hits or 1 hit? Two? I mean, we could take 2 or we can take 1. Take them all. Shot speed. Just disintegrated. How many hits can we take? Do we have the heart? We do have the heart. Why to pop the R key and to send it? He squeaks is so hard it's unbelievable. What's a vote on this one? Oh my gosh, voting bots down. All right. Oh, we had so much health, man. All right, now what do we do? Are we going for Stan? Stan me? Stan Lee? How come... Do you ever think about Stan Lee and wonder why his parents didn't name him Stan? First name Stan, middle name Lee? Stanley? Like, that was a viable option for a name. Stanley? Stanley. You know Stanley from The Office was named after Stan Lee, the comic book guy? Bet you didn't know that. What do you mean triple question mark? So he'd be Stanley Steamer. Should slurp that. This is a good run here, huh? What'll be the hardest thing we have to do? That's what we should do right now. Slurp, can't slurp without the void. I know, not horsing. Can we go ulti path? We do not have ulti unlocked, right? We don't have it unlocked. How do you unlock ulti? Alt path or delirium? I don't think we have it unlocked, man. Headhunting 14 says, Dan, how's the fish? You mean Jared Goff? My kid's first pet, also known as a beta fish. You want the real story? All right, so I was gone filming the TV show. My kids got their first pet ever. They got a red beta fish. They named him Jared Goff after the Detroit Lions quarterback. Jared Goff has survived some conditions. You know, kids trying to, like, you know, mess with his environment. He's a very hardy fish. That's what I would say. But one thing we have to talk about is we've moved. Like, I've moved. Jared made the move with us, you know, hopped in the car, was in the bag, everything was good. You know, starting to get acclimated with his home. The only thing that's a little bit different is that we put him in the basement. Okay? And so, you know, basements are a little bit cold. So I'm like, all right, let me take care of Jared, you know? So we're getting ready to go on family vacation for a week. And I get a tank heater. You know, like a little pool tank heater. No big deal, you know? Put it in there before we go on vacation. Come back from vacation. And you know, we had the feeding schedule all set up for Jared. Go to feed Jared. And I don't see Jared anywhere. It's not in the tank anywhere. But I also noticed something like a little bit funny or a little bit unique about the tank. Tank was down to like a third water.
Holy burn.
The guy evaporated his oxygen, man. It came back, all the water was gone. It's a tank heater, not a tank evaporator. And then after I moved the rocks around a little bit, I saw Jared's lifeless body at the bottom. And I haven't told my kids yet. It's been about 10 days. I don't know how I'm gonna break it to him. I don't know how I don't know how the water got so low in 1 week. It's never got that low ever.
Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy.
Maybe the heater? Yeah, but like I got a heater that was designed for a 6-gallon tank. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Living with the guilt for 10 days. It probably malfunctioned. The heat got too high. He was not in a goldfish bowl. He's in like a 6-gallon tank. Look, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but like I still got the tank in its original position and he's still in there because like I know if I bring the tank upstairs, they're gonna know. And I'm not prepared to have the death conversation with them yet. Seems like he's more your pet if the kids don't know. Bro, kids care about one thing. Playing and sugar. Everything else, it's just a passing thought. Beep, OG. Absolutely not. It's only good 9% of the time. Just get another one. I mean, you can't. They're gonna know. Jared Goff was like, he would come when you would come out, he'd come up and do like a little wave to you. They're gonna know if he's not that guy. How old are my kids? 7, almost 6 and 2. That means 3x.
My man. My man. My man.
He changed colors while on vacation. No, I mean, look. We shouldn't have picked that up. Chad, I bet I was more devastated than them. Because I'm like, it's double devastation. One, because I really like Jared. And two, it's like, man, this is my fault, and I gotta tell my kids that I accidentally murdered their fish. You know? Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how long it's gonna take him to get over it. But when we get chickens, maybe that'll loosen them up a little bit. You didn't murder the fish, you cooked it? Until you boil the chickens? Who do you think I am? Bogus Bunsen Bean? That was a Charlie Batch throw. 1 out every 10 just leaves the stadium. Tell them it was a part of the traders. Where is Jared now? He's right behind me in a tank half full of water. Still, yeah, what do you mean still? I have to special ops this thing out of my house so the kids don't find out. Emoji, emoji, emoji.
The chariot.
You gotta flush them? What if I miss?
The lovers.
Emoji, emoji. Just refill the tank and replace them with a copy of the same fish. They won't notice. That's lying, though. I gotta teach them accountability, you know? Like, you accidentally murder the house pet, you don't just go get a new one. That's like something Zach Morris would do. LIFO, LIFO. 1 fish in, 1 fish out. Tell him he got traded to the Seahawks. I will say, you know what? I probably need to tell him after one of their teams lose. So it's just like kind of slipped, you know, like when one of their sports teams loses. Like, hey, yeah, the Lions just lost a chance to go to playoffs. Oh, Jared Goff also died. Yeah, my wife knows. My wife loved Jared Goff too. I'm not going to tell you what she said. She was against the heater in the first place. She's like, he doesn't need a heater. But I'm like, my man. She was against the heater in the first place. So once again, another tally, and the wife is always right. Run over? What do you mean run over? Why is everyone saying run over? Too much epicac? You can never have too much epicac. Where are those extra epicacs coming from? Ooh. Where did that hangman card go?
Just get Pyromaniac, then we are so back.
Yeah, runs never over. See, we wouldn't be able to get that without Super Epicac. Ever hear your name so many times? Jared Greenberg. You have not BM'd in a long time. Is everything okay? Yep. If you Exclamate, you must clamate. $200. Do we get something for 200? Ooh. Holy. All right, we're so back. Why in chat if you're worried about these little mini epic hacks, and in chat if you're not worried? Look at that. We know how to dodge them. Should be no worried. Are we going? We're going down to Stan, right? 54% worried. Ooh. Where the heck is the exit? All right, let's head north of the wall here, Jonathan. Depot. Okay. I think everything's what we need, and nothing that we don't. Look at that, completely under control.
Good morning, Mr. Giesling equals.
Yo, Hamwise, thanks for the 23-0 undefeated streak. Appreciate the support. Ooh. Roll me, but don't console me. Take a mouthful of that, buddy.
Mr. Squeezy, Mr. Squeezy.
All right, we're good. With the triangle and Cricket's body, you're gonna have to say 07. Sean, why are you saying what the heck?
The world
Is a vampire? Look at that. We took a mouthful of Skittles and only lost a half a heart. Dan, can I jump in a call next time? Were you not here for Balacho call-ins? Sounds like a you problem, buddy. Scooper? Gotta touch it for exclamation. I never heard the term sounds like a you problem until I watched Ryan Gary. That is such a Ryan thing to say. When did Dan become so mean? What do you mean mean? Jared Greenberg is the known BMer of the community. It's all in good fun. All right, we got a long way to go. It's a very common phrase. I'd never heard that in my life. It's a you problem, buddy. Well, we should probably just be bombing these doors, huh? No, come on, come on. Chat, you know it's kayfabe. It's just kayfabe. Peep OG, peep OG, peep OG, peep OG. Did you see the MTG card I pulled? Chug Life. How would I have seen that? Where did you post it? Did you post it in the community Discord? Sounds like a you problem. You texted it. I saw... I haven't checked the text in a while. I did see someone's Pokemon card, though. Oh, we're already here? Hit the eye. Why is that there?
John in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say? That's trash. Dog, get off the airways.
Oh, come on.
Roll it. We already have the negative. Why not take both? It doesn't override, right? Okay. J juice is an angel item since when? Because you can get that not in angels, right? You started a new Isaac save when you started these runs, and you got the plat yesterday. Tellyhead, how? Is Platinum Isaac just, is it Dead God or is it more than Dead God? Just the base game? Way less? Eddie, fix it? Yeah, what did we think of, what did you think of Warhammer Vamp Survivors? Why if you liked it and if no? Stop baiting. %81% liked it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, that's doing big boy D. Why in chat if you know what rock and stone means? N in chat if you have no idea. Someone type an N in for me. Carl died so Jared Goff can live. %69%. See, I guess it's not that big of a meme. We need Mr. Squeeze. Where do we think this exit is? North of the wall? Show map? Bottom right, probably. Bottom right. XL Marty, which is good and bad for us. Both good and bad. Maybe to the right, huh? All we gotta do is land one. Land one, we win. All right, that was a good room for us. All right. Gotta be bottom right then, huh? Could be uppy. Keepy uppy. That's a good Bluey episode if you've never seen it. Keepy uppy. Secret? Ooh. That's helpful.
Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. Mr. Squeezy. Mr. Squeeze.
Maybe my new favorite soundboard. Another one.
Mr. Squeeze. Mr. Squeeze.
Wait, why did that kick us out? Poor man Squeezy. Are we were not, there's no way we get to the good music in this one. Did not get to the good music. All right, we're going down, right? What's up, net grade? We're going down. We have to go down. I want to double check this. Also, let me slide you up just a hair here. or YouTube comments are like, Dan, I couldn't see what chat was saying. Downward, okay. Okay, here we go. Star Wars bombs. Okay. We got to get there quick. We got to get there quick, thick, and nasty. Ooh.
Joker.
We don't need them. What happens with Polly, Epicac, and Mom's knife? Exploding knife. It explodes when you hit an enemy. Please don't take it. Plesiosaurus may have just saved the run. Maybe. Well, what is this place? Oh. This is not a good room. Heart me. Do we leave any hearts behind, Melissa Joan? Please. It was a net positive. Slamadama ding ding. You think it's up or to the right? Holy. Please. Get me out of here. We didn't get any. We got no post-its. Not a shred of a one post-it. How did that happen? Peepo G, losing streak. Where's our streak at? -2, but it wasn't about the -2. It's about the pogs we had along the way. I guess we should have taken knife, huh?